Inside of our source folder in the project, open up the app.view. Inside of this file, there are two main things here to note. One of them is we have this navigation area, and this contains two router links. This has the text of home and also about, and this is the two links which we see inside of our project. So the first thing here is these links are not the usual A elements which we see in regular HTML. Instead, they are surrounded inside of this router link. And this is how the Vue router handles linking to other pages or components. It uses these instead of the A elements, so the router can change the page URLs without reloading the page. And we can also control the URL which we are linking to include dynamic routes which may include variables. So rather than just having the plain text like we have here, we can also insert variables too. Also, you'll see this RouterView component down at the bottom. This is the outlet which displays our page contents, which we have inside of the views. So this is where our page content is displayed, giving us full control rather than just replacing the full page content. Here we see this RouterView component is placed alongside the header, and this is why we see them side by side inside the browser. Also, you'll notice if you go up to the top of the file, both the RouterLink and the RouterView is imported from the Vue router package. With this knowledge, we can remove the boilerplate code from here and create our own links inside of the header component. So let's clean up this app.view. We'll take out our RouterLink. We no longer need this. And also remove this header content too. We don't need this hello world example inside of our project, but we can reuse this file and convert it to be the header component. So we'll call this the app header. And we'll rename the file appheader.view. And then inside the template, we can place this app header exactly where we want this to be. Since this app.view file is the main component for our project, we can use this to give this some structure. So inside of our project, we always want this RouterView to render the page, but just above this, we can also place in the app header. So this means on every single page in our project, we'll have the header at the top, followed by the page content. Next, remember we've changed this file name to be appheader.view, and this is inside of the components folder. So jump inside of here, and then rename the hello world example to be appheader. We can also remove these icons. These were set up when we created the project, and we don't need these for our project. Okay, so let's jump into this appheader.view file. We can clear out all of the contents. We currently don't need a script, so we'll remove this, remove all of the default styling, remove all the contents between the template, and we're going to replace this with a HTML header. For our header, place this inside of a level 1 element with the class of site_title. So rather than just simply adding the text of Pizza Planet for our site title, we can also place this inside of the router link. This has an opening and closing tag. And then inside of the tilde icons, the text of Pizza Planet. You can see we've got this underline which states there is an error with this component. This is because we need to add the toProp as an attribute. For this, since this is the site title, this is just going to link back to the home page, which is /. Then next, a navigation section with our navigation links. These navigation links are going to link to our views. We can place this just below our level 1 heading. The nav element. This is a series of router links. The class of link, which will link to our CSS very soon. The to attribute. This will be the home link, so we can link to /. And the display text of home. Duplicate this 3 more times. The next one is for the menu, which links to /menu. The third one is about. And the last one is to link to the admin. Below the navigation, place in a level 2 heading with the text of the number 1 place for pizza. Okay, let's give this a save and check everything is working. So we've now got the app header at the top, and then we should see the RouterView content just below. So refresh. Okay, so there's our level 1 heading. We have our links, we have the level 2 heading, but we still have this page content alongside. So the content we want is displaying, but we don't have the required styling. This happens because of the styling which is set up in our Vue project by default. And we could remove this and use our own. So into the sidebar, jump into the assets folder. We'll have various style sheets inside of here. Let's remove the base.css. We can also remove the logo. But we cannot make use of this main CSS file, but instead we'll clear out the contents and add our own. So select all of the contents and delete this file. Hit save. Over to the browser. So this is our header section now at the top, and now we'll have the page content just below. And we can also switch between this page content with these header links.